Hello everyone, welcome to Darren Creative Concepts Community. We're thrilled to have you here on our YouTube channel, where creativity knows no bounds. As we embark on this artistic journey together, we've got some exciting news to share with you. Free online graphic designing classes. Dive into the world of design with our exclusive and free online graphic designing classes. Whether you're a beginner or looking to enhance your skills, our tutorials are crafted to inspire and empower your creative spirit. Get ready to unleash your imagination and bring your ideas to life. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe and hit the bell. To make sure you don't miss any of our fantastic video tutorials, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Stay up to date with the latest tips, tricks, and techniques straight from Darren Creative Concepts. Join our community of passionate creators and let's grow together. Why subscribe? Exclusive content, access tutorials and insights you won't find anywhere else. Community interaction, engage with fellow creatives, share your work, and be part of a supportive community. Continuous learning, from the basics to advanced techniques, there's always something new to discover. Let the creativity flow, and let's build something extraordinary together. Subscribe now, hit that bell, and let the creative journey begin. Dive into creativity. Inspire. Create. Darren Creative Concepts awaits you. So without wasting much of the time, let's get into today's business.
Going. So the first thing I'll be doing now after opening my Pixel app is to set the size of my design, my image size. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to click on the three dots at the top right corner here. Click on this. Okay. So once you click on it, then you click on image size. Click on image size. Then I'll be setting the size of the image. So for this design, I'll be making use of 700. I'll make the width 700 and I'll make the height 900. Okay. And you click on OK. So you can see what we have now, right? Okay, having done that, the next thing I'll be doing now is to change the background of this. But before that, let me delete this text. So just come over here, I'll click on delete. This is the delete icon here. Click on that. So you can see I'm on the text already on this text, right? So I'll click on delete, click on OK. Okay, we now have a blank page now. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing now is to change the background, like I said. So to do that, I want to change the background of this to white. Okay, so to do that, I'll click on this icon down here, this one. Okay, you can see this icon down. Click on that. So once you click on it, then you can see color. This is where you change the background color. So you click on color, then you choose the background, the color you want to use. Make sure your color, you can make use of this, and you can make use of white. But I want to make use of white for this, a white color. So once you click on the white color, you can see white here. Then you click on this mark sign to check it. Okay. So once we are done, the next thing I'll be doing now is to apply another color down here. Okay. So what I'll do is to click on let me come back to this. Just come back here and click on this sign. Okay, and click on that. Okay, so what I want to do now is to apply another color. I want to apply a color down here. So what I'll do is to click on this. You can do that here by clicking on this sign down here. And you can do that here by clicking on this plus icon. Okay, so whichever one you want. If I click on this middle one, I want to bring in a shape. You can click on shape as the middle icon I clicked on. Okay, this middle icon. So once you click on it, you can see we have shapes here, right? So you just have to click. This is the shape here. Okay, you just have to click on the shapes, and I want to make use of it. Square shape. Okay, so what I'll do next is to what kind of change the color of this shape. Okay, the color is white. The default color is white. That's why we're not seeing anything. So to change the color of this, I'm just gonna scroll down. You can see we have color here. I'm just gonna scroll to the side and look for the color I want to use. Okay, for this purpose, I want to make use of blue. I don't want a deep blue. I want something very light. Okay, let me see this. The particular color I want to use. Okay, blue color. So what I'll do is just to click on. Okay, let me make use of this anyways. This blue. Okay, and what I'll do next is this is too much for me, so I want to reduce the transparency. So what I'll do is to scroll to the side, so you see transparency here. I want to reduce the opacity, so you see the opacity here. You click on the opacity, I'll reduce it a little bit like so. Okay, I don't want it to be too light, to be too deep. Okay, so having done that, I'm just going to come down and just position this down like so, and adjust it with my hand. So I'm adjusting it with my hand from this side. Okay, you can see. So I just kind of adjust this like so, then I just position it in the right way I want it to be. Okay, so we have this now. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to bring it a little bit. The next thing I'll be doing now is to bring in an image here. I want to have an image here, so I'm just going to click on. I want to bring in an image. Okay, so I'll click on the plus icon at the top here. You can see you click on that. So once you click on that, you click on from gallery. Okay, click on from gallery. It's going to take you to where you can bring in your images. Okay, let me go to downloads. Okay, so this is the image I want to make use of. This, let me make use of. Let me see this. I'm thinking, which one should I make use of? Okay, so let me bring it this image. I see the image you just brought in. I can just come back here and expand it and set it to this size. Okay, so what I want to do now is to I'll be reducing the opacity of this image. I want it to be showing in the background. Okay, so what I'll do is you can see I'm on the image, right? So I'll just go to the side and look for opacity, click on opacity, and I'll reduce the opacity of the image. Okay, so you can see what we have. I don't want it to display too much. You can see what we have now, and I have the opacity of the image reduced, okay, to like 10. So you can see what we have. So having done that, I'm just going to click on this. So the next thing I want to do is that I want to lock this image and the shape we brought in earlier, because I don't want to kind of adjust them while I'm designing. I don't want to touch them. So for example, now while I'm designing, if I should use my hand to move it, you can see the image has been shifted. Okay, so what I want to do is to lock the image and the square. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on this. This is the layer panel here. So you click on the layer icon. So once you click on the layer icon, you can see we have two layers right now. Okay, we have the image and the shape layer. Okay, so what I want to do is to lock the two layers by clicking on the padlock icon. You click on that to lock them. Okay, so click on the first one. You can see it's now red. Before it was like like black. So once you click on it, once you click on this, so you can see now we have locked the two layers. Okay, so now no matter how I touch them, I move them, they cannot be moved because they have been locked. Okay, having done that, the next thing I'll be doing now is to bring in the image of the lady I want to use for this. Okay, so I'm just going to go over to, of course, you go to what, you click on the plus icon. Okay, once you click on the plus icon, you click on from gallery. Okay, then I'm going to bring in the image. Earlier we moved the background of this lady. Okay, so what I want to do is so this is the lady after we moved the background. We moved the background of this lady initially. Okay, so after removing the background, we have this lady here. So this is the one we want to use. The reason why we move the background is because we don't want the background to be showing in our design. So we have to move the background of the image we want to use before applying it to our design. Okay, so that's the reason why we move the background. So I'll click on the lady now. The one we remove the background. Okay, so you can see. So I'll click on this to bring it in. Okay, so you can see what we have. But you will notice that actually there's a kind of distortion here. There's like a wood beside this lady. Okay, so we have to remove the wood because we don't want this wood to be showing in our design. Okay, it won't be so cool. So to do that now, it's very simple. What we do is I'm just going to while I'm on the lady, you can see I clicked on the lady. So what I'll do is I will scroll to the side and I'll look for eraser. You can see eraser here. I hope you are following me, please. You can see we have eraser here. Okay, you click on eraser. So what I want to do is to erase this wood out of this image. So I'll click on eraser. So once I click on the eraser, you can see we have the wood here. So what I'll do now is to kind of zoom in. You click on this so that I can have a proper view. Okay, you can see this icon here, this zoom icon. So you click on that. So once you click on this zoom icon, so you can zoom it in. Okay, you can zoom it in with your hand like so. So you just move it to the side. Make sure you are zooming it in so that I can have a proper view. So having done that, you can click on this mark sign to leave it the way it is right now. This sign. Okay, so you click on that. So once you click on, sorry, let me go back. I'm not yet done. Click on the zoom it in. So once you zoom it in, let's zoom it first. You have not yet done what you want to do. Okay, so what I'll do next is to start erasing it. Okay, so you just have to click on this sign here. Okay, you click on that. So once you click on that, so you are leaving it the way it is. Okay, I'm clicking on the run icon. I don't know why my finger is clicking on that. Click on the zoom it in. So you click on the zoom icon. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to start erasing this part. Okay, we want to erase this down part here, this part here. This is what we want to erase. Okay, so what I'll do now is to start erasing it. Okay, so I'll click on, once I use my finger to start erasing, you can see it's erasing already. Okay, you can see I'm erasing it already. It's as simple as that. So make sure you don't erase any part of this lady. Okay, so let's just erase it like so. Erase it. Okay, I think it's cool now. I think it's cool. You can see I'm erasing it. I'm erasing that part. Okay, so once you are done, let's click on this and let's zoom out. And you can see what we have. You can still erase it. Okay, so once you are done, you just have to click on this mark sign here to check it. This sign here. So you click on that. So you can see now there's the wood as well has disappeared. Okay, so the next thing is to place this lady properly to the right, position. So we're going to position our design now. I can just try to like expand a little bit. Then I'm going to position it down here. Okay, let me just, I can adjust this with the position icon. You can see position here. Okay, so just click on that, and I'll use the arrow down to like shift it, bring it down a little bit, so that we have a, okay, we have a nice, let's make sure it's cool. Okay, that's what we have now. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to start, let's continue with our design. Okay, so what I'll do is I think I want to like, let me go back to the layer icon. I want to match these two together, these two layers, these two layers, I want to merge both layers together. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna click on this. I want to merge them together, so I'm gonna click on this icon down here. So once I click on the icon, then I'll click on, I'll mark the two layers I want to match, which and the layers are this and this, right? So I'm just gonna click on this one, two, then I'll click on this icon below, this one. So once you click on this, then it's asking me, are you sure you want to match the selected object? And you click on OK. So what happened is that I've successfully matched these two objects together. You can see. Okay, so what I want to do is to just bring them down a little bit like so. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is to bring this a little bit down. Okay, so this lady as well, I want to bring that down a little bit. Okay, so you can see what we have. The next thing I'll be doing now is to go back to the layer icon and what lock these two, but I don't want to shift them while I'm designing. Okay, so after they are successfully locked, let me go back. Okay, the next thing now is to what to try to like beautify our flyer. Okay, so the first thing I'll be doing is to click on the shape. I want to bring in a circle shape, so I'll click on the shape icon, and I'll click on this box here, this box. You click on this box. So once you click on it, you have different shapes. Okay, so I click on the circle shape. So after clicking on the circle shape, the next thing is what, to change the color. And the first color is white, right? I'm gonna scroll down and change the color to something like let me make use of like this in color. Okay, so you have this, right? So the next thing is to let me reduce transparency, the opacity of this shape. You can see the opacity down here. I can reduce the opacity. I don't want it to be too light. This is the opacity. Okay. Okay. So having done that, the next thing I want to do now is, but before doing this, I'm thinking of bringing an image here as well on this top side. So what I'll do is, let me go back to click on this plus icon, then from gallery, then just have to think of things that can beautify what you're designing as a designer. You get? I'm just gonna click on, let me make use of this, and click on this, so they can see what we have here. I can just try to like expand it and bring it down here. Okay, that's what we have. So what I will do is to reduce the opacity of this as well. So just scroll to the side, click on opacity, and I'll reduce the opacity. So I want it to show, I want it to display in the background. You can see. Okay, that's what we have. Okay, so once we are done, I'm going to like come over here, bring it down, like so. I'll bring it down. Okay, then I'll lock it. Click on the padlock icon. This is the icon, lock it as well. Okay, so the next thing, let me now continue with my design. I'm just gonna shift this a little bit. I want to adjust this a little bit. Okay, adjust this a little bit, and I'm gonna bring it down here. So before I do that, I want to duplicate this. Okay, so what I'll do is to duplicate this, you just have to come down, scroll to the side, and look for copy. Okay, you can see we have copy here. This is the copy. So let me just shift to the side so that you can see. Here's the copy. So once you click on this, and make sure you're on the layer you want to duplicate, click on this, and it's going to duplicate. You can see we've duplicated it, right? So the next thing is to bring this down here. So I want to apply a stroke to this. I want to apply a stroke to this. Okay, so I'm just going to position it to the right place I want it to be. Now I'll go back to my position, to my stroke, and see we have stroke here. Click on stroke, enable stroke. So we have a white stroke, right? So you can change the color of the stroke color to any color you feel like. But for this purpose, I want to make use of white. Okay, I'll click on white. Then you increase the width of the stroke. You can see the width. Okay, just gonna adjust this to like, I think 5 is cool, or 6. Okay, so let me just leave it like so. I can reduce the size a little bit and then leave it. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing now is to kind of bring this as well, position this to the side. Okay, let me leave it here. Okay, then I'm going to duplicate this as well by clicking on what, copy to duplicate. So you bring this down as well and just adjust it. Let me adjust it a little bit. Bring this as well. I'm gonna bring it down here. Okay, duplicate, bring it down somewhere like here. Okay, duplicate and bring this down as well to Let me just make this small. Then okay, okay, duplicates and bring this down as well. Yeah. So I can adjust with this relative with this position, count position, and adjust it with this. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing now is to click on this, duplicate this as well, copy, and bring this down here. So I want to change the color of this one. So I'll click on to change the color of this shape. Just have to scroll to the side and you see color. Click on color, enable the color. So I want to make it of blue. Okay, so I'm just going to do the size. This side. Okay. So the next thing to do is what I'll duplicate this as well. Bring this down here and bring it up. Okay. So the next thing is to duplicate this as well. Let me duplicate this, copy, and just bring it to this side here. Click on these duplicates. Let me bring this to this side. Okay. Okay, so in case you make while designing, you actually make a mistake and you want to go back to the previous action you did. You want to undo something. To do that, you just have to click on this. You can see this icon here, this backward icon, this arrow that goes backward. So once you click on that, it's going to take you to the previous action you did or you made. Okay, but if you click on that now, you can see now I'm moving this to this side. So once I click on it, it takes us back to the previous place or position it was. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this down here now. I'm going to bring it down on top of this. Okay, so I can kind of adjust this a little bit. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is let me just try to do some more little things. Copy, and I'm just going to bring this down here and try to adjust it. And to the side with my position button. Okay. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is to let me see what I can still do to beautify this. Okay. The next thing I'll be doing is let me just kind of stop here for now. So I'll be inputting some text next. The next thing is to input some text. So to do that now, I'm just going to click on. Let me first lock all these shapes so that I don't get to move them while designing. So I'll click on the layer panel and I'll start clicking on the padlock to start locking them. Okay, to start locking everything. Okay, right. So now I can't move anything here. Okay, so the next thing to do is to start inputting the text. Okay, let me just click on to input the text. You can click on this plus icon, then you click on text. Okay, let's bring this down. So here now, for example, I want to edit this, right? So what I'll do is to click on to edit the text. You have to make sure you're on this A. You click on this A letter, this letter A. You click on that, so you can edit our text. So you can see we have edit here. Okay, we have edit here. So just click on edit, and you can type in your text. Okay. So here I can say I want to say your clothing, our care. Okay. So the next thing to do now after that is to change the color of this text. I'm just going to scroll to the side and look for color. We have color here, right? Click on color. I want to make it a white color. Okay. So the next thing is to change the font of this text. The font is the way your text actually looks, the way your text appears. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down. You can see we have font here. So just click on font. So once you click on font, I'm going to change the font of this text to something like, let me see this. Okay, this is cool. Okay, so the next thing is to I'm going to adjust this text to the side. So what I will do is what I want to do now is to use my hand or my finger to adjust it from this side. From this side. Okay, so you click on this icon here. I'm just gonna move it down so that I can have a proper alignment. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down here. So I will scroll to the side, and I can reduce the size of the text if it's too big. You can see we have size here. This TT, click on it. I can reduce the size of the text. Okay, then I want to move to the side. I want to position this to the center. Okay, you can come here. You can see a line. You see a line. So click on a line. Then you click on this middle icon, center. You can see. Okay, then I'm just gonna move it down here. Okay, I hope you are getting me. You can see what we have now. right? You can see how beautiful this is. It's getting more beautiful, right? So the next thing I'll be doing now is to click on this text. I want to duplicate this text. To duplicate, you click on copy. Okay. Now I have another text here. So the next thing is to edit this. So you click on the edit icon. You can see edit. Click on that, and I'm going to type in what I want to put here. I'm going to type in on a capital letter, laundry service. Okay. So laundry service. Okay. Now see this text is too big for this. I'm just gonna scroll and look for size. Click on size. Now reduce the size of the text. Okay. Let's bring it here. Okay. So the next thing now is to what we'll be doing now is to still have a lot to do. So I'm gonna click on this now. I want to bring another text actually. So what I'll do is to click on text here. You can see we have text here. You can do that here by clicking on this text or clicking on the plus icon and was clicking on text. So the shortcut is clicking on text here. Then you click on edit to edit the text. So you bring the new text and you edit it. And I'm bringing in amazing laundry. That's the name of the laundry service. You can see we have amazing laundry here. Okay. So what I'll do is to change the color of this text. You come to color here. I'll make use of blue. The blue color. Okay. So the next thing after changing the color is to change the font of the text. I said the font of a text is how your text actually looks. Okay. So I'll click on fonts and I'll click on let me look for a very nice font. My font here. Let me see this amazing laundry. Let me check this out. Wow, this is very cool. Okay. So the font actually makes use of is I made use of what's the font recent? Amazoke. So what I'll do now is I want to bring this to the center. I want to position this center. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm just going to move this a little bit upward. I want it to go up a little bit. Then I'll click on this icon here. This one that says relative position. This one that says relative position. You can see this. So I'm going to click on that. Now click on the middle icon. The middle of this icon here. So I'll click on that. So once I click on it, it positions the text to the middle. Right? Okay. So I have the text here, right? So what I want to do next is to kind of I want to lock this. Lock. Okay. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to click on text, edit a new text. Okay. Then I'll type in laundry and dry cleaning service or services. Anyone. Okay. So let me make it service. Okay. So what I'll do now is to reduce the size. You can see it's too big. The text is too big. So you come back to size, click on size, and reduce the size of this text. Okay. To your preferred position, to your preferred size. So we have this here, right? Okay. So what I'll do next is to change the font of this text. I want to make it a black color. So I'll click on the color. I could make it pink. Let me see pink first, whether it's gonna be cool. Okay. Pink. Okay. Then let me change the font. Click on font and make it another font. I'm gonna make use of let me see Montessori bold. Okay, so I can just reduce the size of the text. Okay. So the next thing is to what? Position this to the center. By clicking on this relative position, then the top icon. That's what we have. Okay. Okay, good. I want to adjust a little bit. Okay. You can see what we have now, right? So the next thing is to do is to what? I'm going to lock this as well. So having done that, the next thing I'll be doing is to what? Type in something else. So I'll go back to my text, edit, then we offer reliable home pickup. Let me just offer reliable home. I'm gonna come back to this. Okay, let me just bring this down here. Then I'll change the color to something like let me make the color black. Let me see a black color. Now change the font to let me see this. Okay, so I can reduce the size of this. Reduce the size. Okay, and bring it down here. Okay. Okay, let me just kind of adjust it a little bit position, then move it a little bit to the side. Okay, so I'll click on this and duplicate this and edit the duplicated one. Okay, I'll type in pick dash pickup slash delivery slash delivery service. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down. I'll position this here. Okay, okay, we offer the reliable home pickup and delivery service. Okay, so the next thing is to what? I'll be locking this as well. Lock. Okay, so having done that, the next thing to do now is to okay, the price list. Click on plus icon. You can come over here, text, edit, anyone if you like. I'm just gonna click on price list. Price lists. Okay, I'm just gonna come down here. So I'll change the color of this text to white. Color white. Then what I'll do is to use my hand to adjust this to the side. From this side, you adjust it, just bring it down so that I want to have this list down. Okay, so what I'll do next is to come over to go to the side and look for a line. You can see a line here. Align. Okay, you want to align the text to the center. Okay, you want to align the text. So click on the middle one. So the text are now aligned. So next thing is to change the fonts. Click on fonts. This is very simple. Very simple. Price list. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so after the price list, the next thing you can see is getting really beautiful, right? The next thing I'll be doing now is to okay, the call and the likes. Okay, I'm just gonna click on, let me kind of log this as well, log this price list. Then I'll click on this text, a new text, click on that, edit. Then I'm gonna put in call us. Okay, I'll bring this down to this side, somewhere like here. I want to change the color of this to black. Okay, then I'll change the font. The fonts, I believe Bana should have been familiar more. The fonts, okay, colors. Then I can kind of look for a call icon and bring it in here. Okay, so let me quickly do that by coming over to the call icon. So the call icon, so what I'll do is click on this plus from gallery, then I'll go to where I have my icon. Okay, I have my icon here. Okay, so you can see what we have. Okay, I'm just gonna reduce the size of this. So okay, we have it here, right? So I can change the color of this icon if I want. I click on color and change the color to any color I feel like. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing now is to, so having done that, the next thing is to type in the phone number and every other thing that's needed to be done. Okay, okay, so I'm just gonna go with I'll click on this, copy this, I'll bring this down and I'll edit it and type in the phone number I want to use. Okay, so we have this now. Okay, so what I'll do next is just to place it properly like so. Okay, and we try to reduce the size. Okay, then I'm gonna place it. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to click on, so I'm just gonna quickly type in the the price. So I'm just gonna convert a text, bring this down, edit, and I'm gonna type in the first one, close. I'll type in space on this. That's per kg. Okay, I'm gonna change the color of this, the color white. Then the fonts, I'm gonna make the fonts. Okay, so I can reduce the size of this. Reduce the size. Okay, so I can bring it up. Okay, so what I'll do is to click on this, copy, and edit it. The next one is, I don't know how to use this one. Okay, then so I'm gonna make it this to the 5 pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down as well. Yeah, make sure it aligns properly. Okay, position. I'm still gonna check the alignment anyways. So click on this as well, copy, edit. And next one is trousers. Okay, and I can make use of $10 per kg. Okay, bring this down. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to kind of copy this as well and bring it down here and edit bed cover. Okay, so I'll make this, let's say $20 per pieces. Okay, the next thing to do is to copy, edit, then on the wear, we have $7 per kg. Okay, bring this down. Okay, so the next one is copy ideas. Let me make use of cotton. That will be $30 pieces, right? Okay, so we have this here, right? So the next thing I'll be doing now is to check the alignment. Okay, so to check the alignment, what I'll be doing is, because alignment is very, very important in designs. Okay, when you're designing as a graphic designer, you have to make sure that you get the alignment right. It kind of beautifies your design and try to like put it in place. It makes it look in order. It makes it appear very, very good. So you have to make sure that you get the alignment very, very well, perfectly well. Okay, so let's quickly test the alignment, the way we position our text and every other thing. Okay, so to do that now, what I'll be doing is I'll be clicking on this icon. Okay, so I'll click on that. Once I click on that, you can see what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to try to like adjust this and make sure everything is on a straight, everything is well positioned. Okay, so to do that now, the next thing after clicking on that is to click on this icon here. So you click on this icon, and I can now use my hand to like move this. Now I want to make sure this is straight, it's on a straight line, and these are on a straight line. Okay, you can see what we have. So the next thing is to I'll click on this to go back. Then I'll make sure I kind of move this text to the same line. I'll click on the first one, the position. I'm going to move this down, make sure it's on that line. Okay, and the next one, position. I hope you get what I'm doing. It's not difficult. Then the next one, position. Okay, what I'm doing next is to like bring this down. I want to make sure we have the same spacing between the text. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to make sure this actually also aligns together, which I'll be click on this icon. I want to text for this as well. Okay, so click on this once again, then click on the second one, position. Is not difficult. Then the third one, position. Okay, I think we are cool. So the next thing I'll be checking now is what is the click on this now. I want to check this line here, whether this and this are on the same line. You can see. Okay, I think the two is okay. Then let me look for the second one. Second one, I think it's still okay. The third one now. Okay, the third one is not so cool. So what I'll do is click on this and position. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Okay, so once we are good to go, the next thing I'll be doing is what? To come over to the to click on this icon once again to are done using it. Okay, I'll click on this. So once I click on that, now we have a clearer view now. So what I'll do next is to lock all of these as well. We're locking everything. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing now is you can see how beautiful this is, right? The next thing I'll be doing is I'll click on, I want to bring in a shape, so click on this plus icon, click on shapes, then you can see what we have. Okay, so what I'll do is to change the color of the shape to pink. I'll be making use of. Okay, so I want to try to change to reduce the transparent a little bit. Transparent a little bit. Okay, the opacity. The next thing I'll be doing is I'm going to just adjust this like so. Just adjusting it. Then I'll place it here. Okay, so once I'm done, what I'll be doing next is to what? Let me log this as well. Then click on plus icon text, then edit and website. Okay, visit www.amazinglaundry.com. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down here. Okay, so I'll change the color of this to white. Then I'll reduce the size. I'm gonna reduce the size. Okay, so let me go and change the fonts as well. The fonts. Okay, come back to the size. So I'm gonna position it in the center. Just come to the side and click on relative position center. Okay, let's see what we have. Right, you can see what we have now. Really, really cool, isn't it? Right. Okay, I think we are done. So what I want to do is what I want to do now is I want to bring in, I want to like match this price together. So just gonna, because I want to bring them down a little bit. Oh, I think it's cool like this. Okay, very much cool. So let's just leave it like this. Okay, so you can see what we have. You can see how amazing this is, right? You can see we just designed a flyer, a laundry flyer. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to save this, right? So to save this, you click on this icon here. So you click on that, then you click on save as image. Then you click on this custom arrow here. Then you make sure it's on ultra. So click on ultra. So once you are done, save to gallery. Now it's saving. Our image is now saved successfully. Okay, so I can just let me go ahead and view what we just did. Let me view it. So you can see what we just did, right? Look at what we just did. Look at how beautiful this is, right? Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned a lot in this tutorial. All right, I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.